She said, "It's just a work trip. Don't be insecure." Then posted bikini pics with another guy, so I exposed everything and let karma end her life as she knew it. My name is Jason, I'm 28, and I've always considered myself the quiet type, low-key, focused, and not one to create waves where still water could do the talking. I work in data analytics. My life's not a movie, and I never saw myself as someone caught in a dramatic web of lies, deceit, and beachside betrayal. But all that changed last year. Changed because of Rachel. Rachel was 26, a corporate consultant with a smile that could light up the whole block and a laugh that made you forget why you were ever upset. She was magnetic, the type that turned heads and held attention without trying. For almost 3 years, she was my world. We moved in together after 2 years of dating, split groceries, started a joint savings account, and I put my name on the lease. I believed we were building something real, something steady and strong. When she landed a massive client for her firm, we celebrated like we hit the lottery. And honestly, felt like we had. I helped her prepare for that pitch like my own life depended on it. Mock client calls, late-night Excel fixes, design tweaks until 3 in the morning, you name it, I was there. When she closed the deal, she looked at me and said, "We make a good team." I believed her. A week later, she mentioned a business retreat in Miami. 5-star hotel, rooftop dinners, spa packages. It sounded more like a vacation than a conference. I wasn't invited, not even as a +1. That stung. I had just helped her get there, but I brushed it off. Maybe it really was just a work thing. I asked who was going. She listed a few female coworkers, then mumbled a name before ending with, "You wouldn't know them." Then came the packing. Bikinis, sandals, summer dresses, but not a single blazer. No laptop bag. No chargers. I asked, "Aren't you gonna need any of your work stuff?" She laughed, kissed my cheek, and said, "Relax, babe. It's a work trip, not a courtroom." I nodded, smiled, and said nothing, but the doubt started to crawl into my mind. A day after she left, I got a message from Jenna, one of her coworkers I chatted with a few times at parties. Jenna texted, "You're not going on the trip?" I replied, "Nah." She answered, "Huh." Surprised, especially with Brandon going. Brandon. That name hit me like a cold splash of water. Rachel had mentioned him a few times. New hire, young, ambitious. They'd started carpooling. I'd seen his name flash on her phone during late-night Netflix sessions, but I never asked. I trusted her. That trust started to shake. 2 days later, I was working from home when I saw her Instagram story pop up. Public. Probably an accident, since she usually posted only to her close friends list. She was lounging on a beach chair, wearing a bikini she once claimed she hated. A drink in one hand. Brandon, shirtless, sitting way too close, laughing. Her arm grazed his. She didn't pull away. The caption said, "Corporate life is so stressful." I stared at that story for a full minute. Not yelling, not shaking, just still. I shut the app and let the silence sink in. That wasn't a mistake. That was intentional. That was her saying without words, "You're not a part of this life I'm living." So I waited. I didn't text, didn't call. I planned. I knew the trip was supposed to last 3 days. So I used every hour of those remaining days wisely. I reviewed our finances, our apartment documents, my Amazon account, everything I had been too trusting to monitor. Rachel had been unemployed for nearly 5 months the year before. During that time, I covered everything: rent, groceries, utilities, even her student loan payments. She said she felt supported. I believed her. When she got her new job and started making almost double my salary, I thought she'd start pitching in more. She didn't. "I'll Venmo you later," she'd say. That later never came. I checked our joint account, the one labeled Future Home. I'd been contributing 15% of my salary every month. She promised to match half of that. I never checked until then. I should have. I had contributed over 80%. Her share? Just a bit over $5,000. So while she was getting sun-kissed in Miami, laughing with a guy who wasn't me, I was gathering receipts. That night, I pulled out my full contribution from the savings and closed the account. I didn't touch her money. I wanted to be fair even if she wasn't. Then came the rest. Cancelled her gym membership I had been paying for. Removed her from my Spotify premium family plan. Went through the apartment and took stock of everything under my name. Rent,
Wi-Fi,
gas, electricity, parking permit. Even the couch she always showed off was bought by me. I built a spreadsheet. I itemized every major payment I made for her over the last 18 months. Student loans, therapy bills,
vet appointments,
grocery runs, shared birthday gifts she promised to split. The total? $38,600. I printed it, taped it to the fridge. On top, I stuck a note. This is me Venmoing myself. Thought you might appreciate the itemized breakdown. Then I packed her things. Every piece of clothing, every pair of heels, makeup bags, allergy meds, her favorite hoodie, all neatly folded into 2 suitcases by the door. That night, I changed the locks. I could have waited for her return, but I didn't want the tears, the lies, or the performances. The next morning, I left a calm voicemail. Hey, hope your business trip's going well. Your stuff's safe. Keys aren't. I'm staying elsewhere for a while. You'll find everything packed. Take care. She called me 17 times that day. I watched the screen light up again and again. I never answered. Her final voicemail? You're being ridiculous. This is psychotic. We need to talk. But we didn't. She returned 2 days later. I wasn't there. Our Ring camera caught her expression when she read the note on the fridge. She screamed. Loud. She texted me that night. You're a control freak. I can't believe you'd throw me out over a work trip. You're acting like I cheated. I didn't reply, because she did cheat. Not just on me, but on the trust one gave so freely. On the life we were supposed to be building. And now, karma was just getting started. 3 weeks passed like a calm storm beneath a clear sky, quiet on the outside but roaring with consequences beneath the surface. I didn't reach out, didn't defend myself. I didn't need to. Her Instagram, once a canvas of carefully curated perfection, began to shift. At first it was subtle, a moody quote here, a black and white filter there, hints of victimhood peeking through between filtered smiles. And then it broke. The selfie she posted had puffy eyes, a forced smile, and the caption read, "It's crazy how people change when they can't control you anymore." That was her narrative. That I was the manipulator. That I had pulled the rug from under her, left her with nothing. All because I couldn't handle a woman with a career. It would have been laughable if it wasn't so desperate. Then came the long-winded post, all hashtags and buzzwords, emotional abuse, financial control, gaslighting. She painted herself as the silenced woman, a survivor of a vindictive, unstable boyfriend who ruined her life while she was at her peak. Her followers, the few that hadn't muted her yet, started asking questions. But the internet has a memory, and one of her own friends commented beneath the post, "Didn't you post bikini pics with that guy Brandon on your work trip, while your boyfriend was at home paying bills?" That comment got likes. It got screenshotted. And before she could delete the post, the damage was done. Her version of the story crumbled under the weight of her own lies. And then karma showed up, dressed in a business suit with a termination letter in hand. Jenna, the same coworker who had tipped me off about Brandon, messaged me one afternoon, "Dude, Rachel got fired." I stared at the message for a minute. It didn't register at first. Then it sank in. According to Jenna, someone at the firm reported her for misusing company funds, misrepresenting the retreat, violating company conduct. Corporate reviewed her expense reports, matched the dates with social media posts, and labeled it misconduct. Just like that, the job that had turned her into someone I barely recognized was gone. Brandon, the shirtless new hire with the perfect smile, had his own mess waiting for him. Apparently, he had a fiancée. Rachel didn't know. The day they returned from Miami, his fiancée found out about the trip. She blocked Rachel on everything. Brandon ghosted. Not even a sorry. Not even a text. Just silence. The same silence I had sat in when Rachel left me behind to chase whatever fantasy she thought Miami held. The influencer dream she had been building, the sponsored skincare posts, the affiliate links, the paid reels, all of it evaporated. Brands started pulling away. PR contacts went cold. The hashtags she used, hashtag healing, hashtag growth, hashtag leveling up, began to sound hollow when she was couch hopping and borrowing gas money from the same friends she once called broke. She was back living at her mom's house, working the front desk at a nail salon in the suburbs, still posting throwbacks from the trip I had funded, still wearing the sunglasses I bought, still using captions like, "Can't wait to travel again," like the past wasn't crumbling beneath her fingernails. As for me, I took my time. I found a new apartment, a smaller place, but it was mine. No shared closets, no passive-aggressive notes on the fridge, no arguments over which plates to use. I bought that coffee machine I'd always wanted but never got, because Rachel said it took up too much counter space. The mornings were quiet, peaceful. I'd wake up, make a cup, sit by the window, and breathe. Eventually, I started dating again. Nothing serious at first, just easy conversations and long walks. But one night, over dinner, I told my new girlfriend the whole story. Not the petty version, not the edited one I rehearsed in my head, the full story. From the late-night Excel sessions to the Miami bikini photos. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she looked me dead in the eyes and said, "That doesn't sound like revenge. That sounds like closure." And she was right. Rachel once told me, "You're the calm one. I like that about you." What she didn't know was that calm has layers. Sometimes calm is staying silent while the storm builds. Sometimes it's watching someone destroy themselves without lifting a finger. And sometimes it's walking away without screaming, without explaining, because you know the truth, and that's enough. She lied to my face. She drained my account. She called me controlling for leaving. But I didn't need to fight her. Karma had a front row seat. And when it came, it didn't yell. It whispered, with screenshots, with HR emails, with empty bank accounts and locked doors. So no, I didn't slam the door when I left. I closed it quietly. And behind me, the sound of her world falling apart wasn't my revenge. It was her reflection finally catching up to her. If you've ever been made to feel small for loving fully, for trusting deeply, for believing in someone who didn't deserve it, let this be your reminder. Calm doesn't mean weak. Sometimes, it means watching from a distance as karma does exactly what it was meant to do. Thanks for watching till the end. If you've been through something similar, drop a comment. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because sometimes the quietest exits make the loudest echoes.